One NFC West team is not feeling very good after yesterday, but hey, maybe they can do something on Saturday. Obviously, some other big games going around, especially in that AFC. Either way, guys, my Rams had a big Sunday, obviously. Here is your Week 16 Sunday recap. Again, roll the play of the day.
Played 8 minutes. Burrow, pocket collapses. Burrow stumbling and just masterfully gets it to Higgins. Just otherworldly from Burrow.
And just making stuff happen off the scramble. Again, got to really take a close look at that, whether or not.
Taylor explodes. Taylor's into the open field. He has one man to beat. No chance. And he'll hold on to the ball with two hands.
Aaron Jones remains out of the game. Fumble, but Love, it bounced right to him. Now back, now throwing. He's got a man wide open.
Both sides on towards the high contact penalty.
Now Gibbs stumbled
After taking the snap, but it doesn't matter. Connects with the
Lewis got there. Mayfield's been forward. Somehow he got it to right. Haley gets a gain out of that. The ball taken away by the Cowboys.
On play action. Stepping up. Launching downfield. And it's caught! Twisting. Turning. Touchdown.
Only a four-man rush. He's got room to run if he wants to. He hesitates. And it's intercepted. 7 earlier this year. His career best to tie the game. Chad Ryland up there. Out there. Hubbard. To the Hubbard. Dancing into the end zone. Victory with a touchdown in overtime. Cardinals eliminated from the playoffs.
4th down's an option. He'll look to throw. He's got Swift and struggled and drops. Oh, the sure-handed Devontae. Take a sack. McLaurin to the bottom of the screen. 2nd and goal. 10 seconds. Daniels fires. End zone. Touchdown. Preposterous. 5 turnovers. And the lead with seconds remaining.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun of course. Please like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy the NFL Week 16 recap. Of course, going through all 12 games that went on Sunday. Or was it 13? I think it was 12. Anyway, that was, 12 games. Obviously, we have a game of Monday Night Football, which, of course, get the preview out to coming out at 6 o'clock for you guys. As well, of course, with, what is it called? Huge week of football coming up, obviously, with Christmas and all that. Again, we're only 2 days away from it, obviously, here. Anyway, though, we'll come to injuries on Sunday. Marshall Lattimore did injure his hamstring. Again, that did impact that game against the Eagles. Obviously, we'll get to that one in the middle of this thing. Outside of that, though, not really too much. Again, there wasn't any significant injuries that I saw this week. Again, anything that is, like, too worth noting of. Again, most of it was just, again, like, guys leaving for reasons. Obviously, the Jalen Hurts concussion is something to monitor, but he should be okay. Obviously, Michael Carter left early. Again, that was a little bit of an injury there. Quentin Williams obviously did not play against the Rams. Again, outside that, again, like I said, there was no too notable injuries. Oh, yeah, Tank Dell tore his ACL, obviously, as we found out. Again, that was really the major injury this week. Dan Montgomery, again, is not playing. Guess on Monday Night Football next weekend. We'll get you guys that, obviously, when that becomes relevant. Braxton Jones, guess he hurt his ankle. Probably not going to play anyway the rest of the year if I had to guess. Anyway, guys, nothing too insane for these injuries. Obviously, DeMar Hamlin and Rasul Douglas, if I'm not mistaken, didn't really play. Obviously, Josh Allen does have an elbow issue. I would be surprised if that really comes up as anything more than maybe even at most at what it was when, of course, they played the Jets back in 2022, where he did have a couple issues with that. Anyway, though, of course, you guys are actually here to see the playoff picture. Of course, a lot of teams have already clinched. The Chiefs, obviously, the win on Christmas will clinch the AFC's #1 seed. The Bills obviously had a chance to blow, a chance again at staying in that picture, obviously yesterday, but they were still able to stay alive. And of course, they're in a probably locked in the 2 seed. Steelers obviously need a big win against the Chiefs. Want to stay ahead there, and of course the AFC North, they do have the tiebreaker over Ravens squad that of course is playing the Texans on Christmas. Both those teams obviously looking to move up in the rankings there. Anyway, though, of course, Chargers and Broncos really not the Chargers. Chargers would have to really do a lot to actually lose his playoff spot. Broncos, on the other hand, they of course are sure something to watch. They will be playing against the Bengals, who technically right now have a 7% chance. Colts, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Colts obviously have the tiebreaker over them and the Dolphins, or over the Bengals and the Dolphins. The Bengals obviously have the most control over, again, these teams' fates in the playoffs, considering they play the Broncos. But both these teams, and the Dolphins and Colts, obviously the tiebreaker over the Bengals, too. Teams that got eliminated on Sunday, I think it was nothing really new in the AFC. Again, we'll get to the tank poll towards the end of this recap. NFC-wise, there's still a lot to be determined. Obviously, the Lions and Vikings it's looking like that's going to be a collision course. Again, depends on how the Vikings play against the Packers, where that Lions against the Lions, I think if I'm not mistaken, if they do win on Monday Night Football, they could clinch the NFC North, because I think they do have the tiebreaker over the Lions, over the Vikings. Anyway, the Vikings obviously in Lions, that could be obviously for the NFC's #1 seed in Week 18. Eagles, they're still alive for the 1 seed. They need a lot to happen, but again, they're still alive for it. But more likely than not, they're just going to probably try to win their game this week coming up, obviously, and probably beat the Giants or maybe even rest their starters. Again, they clinched it with a win. Rams, effectively, again, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of weird things that can happen. We'll get to their game obviously in the middle of this, but with the Rams win, I think they effectively clinched the NFC West. Falcons, obviously, with what happened with them, they're ahead in the division again over the Packers, over the Bucs. At the same time, they obviously need stuff to happen. Packers with obviously, again, we talked about the Monday Night Football game. You can obviously go see that. Commanders are basically in. Bucs obviously had a very tough performance against the Cowboys, and of course they need the Falcons to lose one of these last 2 games. Obviously, they're gonna have to win these last 2 to, of course, get the division. Seahawks, they need the Rams to lose their final 2 basically to get into the playoffs, guys. There's another wild way that is. I guess we can really kind of try to dig into that, but more like that, guys. Seahawks do need the Rams to lose next week if they want to make the playoffs. Again, have it in their control, I guess. Outside of that, though, the Giants are by them alone for the NFL #1 pick. Watch out for the Panthers. They could wreck some team seasons the next couple weeks. Obviously, they already did for one team. Cardinals, again, we'll get to their game. The Panthers were, again, the team that wrecked their season this week. Cowboys, of course, got eliminated without their control. Niners, it was nice to see them get eliminated. Of course, they got the best record in the league, though. Saints already got eliminated without really doing anything, so I guess that's bad. Bears, obviously, have not won in a long time. Anyway, though, let's get into our first game, of course, which was a must-win for the team that, of course, is trying to stay relevant in the AFC playoff picture, obviously that being the Bengals. Let's see how their game went.
Happy holidays from Cincinnati. The Bengals and the Browns get ready to do battle as they write the latest chapter in
Here in the last 3 games of the season, really a chance to dive in at the start.
breaking one right at the start. It's a foot race. 4 to the 20. And here he is again, trying to bang it in, and he does. And we have barely played 8 minutes. Burrow, pocket collapses. Burrow stumbling and just masterfully gets it to Higgins. 2 years ago, ended up flaming out. A couple of other stops, brought him back for a second stint. He's 10th start of the year for Bush. Came over in free agency from Seattle. 6th year in the NFL. Burrow slinging one into the end zone for the touchdown.
And here on this formation, the option for him to keep it around the left edge.
This is Ford, and he's in. His 8th rushing touchdown of the season. And the point after here, 3rd and 7. DTR under pressure, and he is picked. Battle.
The Browns have to try to figure out here before next season.
Thompson Robinson trying to thread the needle, deflected and picked.
They've given up some big plays, and they haven't had the takeaways to counteract that.
Burrow's going to roll out. Burrow football comes out loose, and Cleveland has it. Protected as they rush only 3 to Cincy. DTR stumbling again. Just throws it and somehow is it again. Put the finishing touches here on Cleveland. 1:49 left with Garrett man come across early. Could be a free play. Burrow to the end zone.
Hey, they want to bleed me and leave me that.
Alright, of course, and what's featuring the top play of the day? Of course, the Bengals win their 3rd straight game to, again, stay alive in the AFC playoff pictures. They were able to knock off the Browns 24-6. Browns fall to 3-12, and this is now their second time this season they have lost 4 games or more in a row. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're ahead of the Raiders in the draft order, which is actually pretty interesting. I don't know for sure, but if I'm not mistaken, they are. No, I actually think they are, considering they lost to the Raiders and they also beat the Jags. I don't know, something like that. And the Raiders also beat the Jags. Anyway, though, they're at 3-12. They've got a game against the... I don't even think that it really matters who they play next week. I think they're playing the... Who are they even playing next week? They're playing the Dolphins at like a weird time, like 4 o'clock. Bengals, we'll get to their game in a minute, but of course, yeah, the Browns are trying to look out their season, obviously, the right way. DTR is just not the right quarterback. I think that's one thing I had in this game. Yeah, DTR looked lost in this game. I think that's pretty safe to say. He did have a couple throws downfield, which was nice. But again, both the interceptions were, I mean, really one of them was definitely inexcusable. Jerome Ford getting 11 carries is inexcusable. Yes, I will say the 66-yard run does skew the yards per carry. I'll say on the first play of the game. But anyway, outside that 66-yard run, this offense really didn't move the football at all. He did have a touchdown. Obviously, Dante Foreman fumbling the ball on the half-yard line isn't a good look either. David Njoku seems to only be the only guy interested in playing right now. Jerry Judy looked a little bit checked out. Jordan Akins was a decent blocker. I'll give him that, though. O-line-wise, they got 4 other starters out there, and they still can't really block right. It's kind of weird, but hey, they kind of need to revamp that anyway. It's pretty old O-line overall. Defensively, congrats to Myles Garrett becoming the first player ever to have 100 sacks again at before his 29th birthday. Also the 4th fastest player ever to do so in 115 games. Again, good for him considering, again, there's not really much else to celebrate on this team. Out to that defensively, again, Cam Mitchell quit on that play, on the offside play with obviously the Jamar Chase touchdown, but I will say that kind of defines their season, guys. Anyway, though, I don't really care how any of these guys played. They could have all sucked, and it wouldn't have really mattered. Again, maybe, this guy played a heck of a game in a game that didn't matter. I really didn't care. The Bengals, obviously, this is where, again, the game was relevant, of course. Bengals obviously have basically won more games the past 3 weeks, or played more better, at least defensively, in this 3-game winning streak than they've played all the rest of the season. It's kind of nice to see they've actually shown up. But of course, they'll be hosting the Broncos next week for their season. If they win that one, and some stuff happens on Sunday, who knows? Maybe they'll be in a playoff position. Probably not, because the Broncos still need to lose to the Chiefs, who are probably not going to be playing for anything in Week 18. So if you're a Bengals fan, I'll tell you right now, you're rooting for the Steelers. I'm telling you right now, you got to root for the Steelers against the Chiefs. That's really the first thing. Again, a lot still has to happen, but I think there is a chance to make the playoffs. That's what I gotta say. It's got to be a lot of stuff, and of course, if first thing you need to happen is the Steelers beating the Chiefs again on Christmas, so you do need a Christmas present there. Anyway, though, the Bengals again at least have looked better as of late. That's a good silver lining for you guys. Obviously, somewhat similar to last year again, not really, but yeah. Anyway, of course, like I said, they're playing a short week on Saturday at 4:30. Again, we can get you the preview to that coming out. Of course, probably Saturday at like 7 in the morning, something like that. Anyway, though, first time the Browns get swept since the Bengals, of course, since they went 0-16 back in 2017. Burrow outdid himself on the touchdown to Higgins, of course, with the last week's touchdown to Higgins. I mean, that was a crazy throw last week, but oh my god, he was like on his butt, or on his face. He was just, he face planted and still found the ball. Found a way to get the ball to Higgins. Jamar Chase also became the first receiver in Bengals history to have 1,500 receiving yards. He might win the Triple Crown, and it might not mean anything. So, yeah, it's not a better season than Cooper Kupp. But, yeah, still hell of a season for Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow, first time in his career with 40 passing touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Where is that? Yeah. Is that more? Okay, I got more on the Browns in a minute. Okay, that's a big thing picture. Yeah, 3+ touchdowns in 7 straight games, and first time 40 touchdowns for Burrow in his career. I'd like to see if he could throw 50. Probably not. He needs back-to-back 5 touchdown games or in a historic game, plus another great game for that to happen. But hey, maybe he'll be able to do that. Obviously, outside of that, though, O-line-wise, I think they protected well. Chase Brown had a very efficient game. But defensively, that's where I like to see. Obviously, they've been playing so much better in this 3-game winning streak. It would have been nice if they didn't give a touchdown and kind of shut them out. But overall, this Bengals defense looked really connected. It seems like they're playing a lot better together. Yes, not going against the greatest offenses. I understand that. But hey, maybe if they play better against the Broncos next week, they could actually have a monster game. But they got a lot of pressure. That again, Browns O-line didn't really do much. Cade York also bricked the field goal. He did a 59-yarder though. I got to give him that. So honestly, screw that missed field goal. Anyway, though, for the Browns, I see them reinvent their entire scheme in 2025. Again, they got a lot of work to do there. Outside of that, though, I think the other thing I said is that the Browns had their second plus 4-game losing streak. Yeah, they have 18 turnovers in their last 5 games, which is just incomprehensible. Obviously, 3+ in each of them. Of course, they had a 6-turnover game last week as well. That's really what bumps that up. But either way, the biggest thing I had to say is putting the defense in tough spot was a major room for improvement going into the preseason. But they also don't move the football this year as well. So again, last year with this Browns team, the biggest issue was they turned over the ball a hell of a lot, and it put the best defense in football in a lot of bad spots. I mean, that also kind of contributes to not being able to not getting up a ton of yards. But that's besides the point. Obviously, for that Browns defense statistically last year, but also this year they're just not moving the football in the first place. And when you add those two things together, it's really hard to win football games. That's why they really suck. But hey, maybe they'll change that next year. Anyway, though, that's all I got for you guys in this game. Again, it was really it should have been a lot worse than this. But anyway, garbage time touchdown for Jamar Chase there. And now let's get to a game that also should have been way worse than it actually was.
And there's Mason Rudolph, the tight ends quarterback, has another chance to play on the road against the Colts. Looking for a win today.
Boyd goes in motion. Out of the gun, Rudolph going for it all to the end zone for Ridley. He's got it. Touchdown, Titans. Pass play to Mo Cox. Off the play fake, Richardson looking to throw. Richardson toward the goal line. It's intercepted. Amani Hooker. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on the way. It is...
Nope.
No good. Nope, to the left. He's got blockers. Moves the pile into the end zone. Goes in standing. Rudolph sets up in the pocket. He's hit as he throws. It's a wobbler. It's up for grabs. And it's incomplete. A first down. It's Taylor again. And Taylor explodes. Taylor's into the open field. He has one man to beat. No chance. And he'll hold on to the ball. Up third down at 5. Richardson looking long. Richardson has a man. It's caught. A.D. Westbrook Akine is closest to the line. And intercepted. A flag is in. Near side. And he's got the first down and more. He explodes into the end zone. Back to Taylor, and Taylor trying to put it away all by himself. Taylor into the open field one more time. Oh, and a stiff arm. Loosen the load. He's into the end zone. Rudolph underneath. He's got Pollard. It's tipped and it's intercepted. Womack this time. Nope, it's Taylor to the right. Taylor's in. Touchdown, Colts. They're down at 2. Spears has the first down. Slips the tackle. Goes toward the goal line. He's in. Touchdown. This is long. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is on its way. And it is no good. Rudolph, pockets collapsing. Throws to the back of the end zone. Caught. Westbrook and Keenan. Ooh, they bumped into him, and Spears dives toward the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Titans. Rudolph sets up. That's the final play. Throws it to the middle of the field. Intercepted.
They turning me down when my baby is asleep only time that I'm watching my tone.
And despite a late surge from the Titans, the Seahawks Colts are able to hang on and, of course, get their 7th win of the year, knocking off the Titans again for the season sweep. Again, they beat them back in Week 6, 20-17, what was really not just kind of a forgettable game. This game was not really a forgettable one considering what happened, but, of course, they were up 38-7 at one point in the third quarter, and then, of course, they just decided to stop scoring. They didn't score a point in the fourth quarter, and still got the, I guess, relatively strong win. Not really, though. Titans fought 3-12. I think I have, like, a stat on them. I don't really remember it, though. Yeah, okay, that's a lot of bad stuff. Yeah, Colts were up 38-7, almost like last week, I guess, maybe. Okay, Titans most loss, again, I think this is the thing I had, I don't know for sure, though, no, it was. Titans, no, here's we go. Titans' longest losing streak, 4 games of the season. So, yeah, they're 3-12, but don't act like they've had, like, a long losing streak. This has actually been the longest. Of course, they were 3-8. Have lost 4 straight games since they beat the Texans there in Houston. So, yeah, they're 3-12, and they probably have the tank bowl of the year next week against the Jags, if we're honestly in Duval. And then in Week 18, I don't care who they're playing, because, I mean, unless the Texans are, like, have the 3 seed or something, I don't really think it matters. But, of course, they're a terrible football team, and they, again, at least they came back. But, of course, they continued the trend of scoring first, and then doing absolutely nothing for a while, of course, where the Colts scored, I think it was like 38 straight points, something ridiculous like that. And again, that's got to be fixed going into next year. But I do like the fast starts, even though they like get killed the rest of the way. Mason Rudolph, interception in the last play, that's not good. Also, Tajay Spears, or it might have been Tony Pollard, I think he got benched. On the pick, of course, I'm thinking the second interception to Samuel Womack. That wasn't his fault. Well, the first interception was really bad. He also probably should have a duck. That should have been intercepted. But overall, Mason Rudolph threw the ball downfield. He didn't really care. That's at least something. The team did move the football pretty well late. Obviously, Tajay Spears with 2 fantasy touchdowns there. Calvin Ridley, the 38-yard touchdown early. Nick Westbrook somehow has 9 touchdowns. If I'm not mistaken, that is top 5 in the NFL so far this year, which is just completely crazy. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. O-line's still awful, and yeah, same type of Titans there. But at least they did score 30 points, so I don't know. Maybe boost up the points per game a little bit. Defensively, Cedric Gray, the rookie, did 6 strides with 11 tackles. Harold Landry was good off the edge, even though he didn't have a sack, which is really rare for him. 5 tackles and an interception, obviously, for Amani Hooker. Jeffrey Simmons was really good on the inside. Outside of that, though, I guess I wouldn't say Amani Hooker was good, but he did make some plays. I think, yeah, I think two things to say here. Yeah, Rudolph did not give a crap in this game. Oh, yeah, Chigga Conquo, hats off to him, 9 for 81, one of his best games of the year, probably best since they had that game against Houston. But either way, Titan safeties were god-awful, which I think was fair to say. You can hear Jay Feely, the announcer, talking about that. Tackling, angles, and run fits, plus crappy zone discipline as well. In-zone coverage, to be specific, especially on those underneath stuff. They really didn't care about those. And for that reason, I don't think neither of those guys starting. I mean, Amani Hooker, again, probably won't be on this team anyway. If I'm not mistaken, his contract's coming up. It might not be, though. They might have extended him. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, didn't they extend him? Amani Hooker's not very good, though. Yeah, they did extend him. He's just not very good right now, guys. Like, he had his worst game of the year, I get it, so I don't think it's the end of the world for him. But, like guys, they cannot be trotting out, where is he? Not Joe, Daryl Worley. He was horrible. They had Mike Brown in there, too. Amani Hooker, I don't think, played too bad, but at the same time, like, worst game of his season, that really showed in this one. Roger Carey did have a decent game, though. For the Colts, Big Tony has most accurate game of the year. Yeah, 7 of 11. I wish it was 9. What? 131 yards, though. Touchdown and interception, though, for him. He is, I think, still under 50% completion. I don't even know how that works. But Jonathan Taylor, of course, he went in beast mode. 70 yards, 65-yard touchdown. He made up for last week. Sort of not really. I mean, he lost in the game last week, so probably not. No, that's like a Bill Buckner thing. That's kind of like a lazy excuse for losing. Anyway, though, that's all I think I have. Yeah, JJ said 70-yard touchdown. Yeah, Saquon's the only guy. I think I'm not even mistaken. Again, Saquon obviously had that monster game against the Rams. I think that's the only other sequence this year. Of course, the running back had the touchdowns of those yardage in the same game. So I think Saquon's the other guy to do that. Oh yeah, also for this Titans note there, 102 yards over expected for JT. But the Titans gave up 116 yards to what would have been an average running back. Again, that's kind of what you get with the that stat. But of course, for Jonathan Taylor, he still had a great game. Yeah, the Titans just suck. Calvin, 3-yard touchdown early. Neverson, the former Packers kicker, who of course they caught like in week 6, he missed another field goal. It was a longer one, but he's just so bad. Anthony Richardson did run the ball well. Of course, Josh Downs had the touchdown. Nia Mitchell caught a long ball. Defensively, I mean, they could have sucked and they still would have won the game, which is basically what they did for part of it. Team stats, Colts had over 450 yards of offense. Good for them. They had 335 rushing yards, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the most yards in a game in their team's history. Good for them there. They were decent on third down. They get the W. Of course, they're now 7 straight wins for back-to-back seasons. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, though, they should obviously finish the season with above 500. Of course, they do have the Giants on the road next week. Imagine if they actually lose that one to be eliminated. That is something that could happen without, of course, how this year goes. But it said the same thing last year, so who knows? All right, stop with the ranting. Now let's get to a game that, of course, did involve the worst team in football.
Back at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, moments before kickoff between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. But before we kick this off, we say hello. This from 43 to get the Falcons on the board. Good snap and hold, and the kick is on the way, and it is no good. Lock to throw, pressure comes. Lock in trouble, looking, throws back in the end zone. Tracy makes the catch, toe taps. Lock intercepted, picked off by Jesse Bates, and Bates will take it all the way. Starting debut. The give to Robinson, a cutback. Robinson bouncing outside, and Robinson. Penix looking, throws, juggled, and it's tipped and intercepted. It ends up in the hands of Cordell Flock. And Locke looking, ball deflected and intercepted. Taken back by Matthew Judon. Loud in motion, Robinson with the cut outside, and he will walk in untouched for an Atlanta touchdown. Locke pressured again. On the run, Locke throwing for the end zone, incomplete.
Granny told me, boy, you reap what you sow. Do the most, we over, even the...
And the Giants continue their losing ways as they have now lost 10 straight games, the longest streak in their franchise's 100-year history. I think Maria Taylor said something about it. I think, yeah. All right, Giants 10 straight lost for the first time in their 100-year history. Football Night in Americas. She's the host for the pregame show to Sunday Night Football. Maria Taylor is a grump again. Of course, former offensive coordinator Jason Garrett doesn't know the struggles with this team. Oh yeah, speaking of Maria Taylor, bro, why can't you just be funny, bro? Like, you're already boring enough. Like, come on. Anyway, though, back on track. For the Giants, they do finish their season at home against Colts, and then they're, I think, at the Eagles. So please lose those last 2 games to hopefully either get Shadur or Cam Ward, who I don't really think are either that great of prospects, but hey, they're something, which is better than what they've had this year. The Falcons, of course, are now 8-7. They're somehow finding themselves at the top of the division without, again, really doing anything good. But hey, they got a blowout win against a bad team. That's what they were supposed to do. The Bucs did not do what they were supposed to do. Of course, with them getting the tiebreaker over them thanks to Kirk Cousins, yes, even if though he's benched right now, he's part of the reason this Falcons team's in the playoffs. But of course, yeah, they get their first home win since week 9, and they of course have a big one next week against the Who the heck are they even playing? Oh, yeah, they're playing the Commanders on Sunday Night Football in Washington, so that should be a doozy. Anyway, though, they finished their season, I think, in New Orleans for what should be a thriller. Or no, I think they already played the Saints there. Oh, no, I think they have a game against the Panthers at home. That could actually be interesting. Anyway, though, Drew Lock threw 2 pick sixes. He did have a nice touchdown in the early part of the game, but outside of that, I mean, he was running around most of the game. O-line was atrocious. Where was it? I think I had a stat on that. No, I had, there's some film breakdown, I think. Okay, yeah, Pitts does have brick hands. No, I don't think that was it either. Oh, yeah. No, I don't think that was it either. Where was the thing? Where did it go? Oh, anyway, though, I think I have it here. Anyway, where is it? I'm actually kind of frustrated I can't find it. Oh, yeah. Falcons 2 big sixes. The second exposed just how bad the Giants right tackle situation is. Yeah, they got to replace good guy Calvin Banks or something there. Terry Tracy obviously with that great touchdown. Good for him. Malik Neighbors made a couple plays. Warner Robinson, I mean, he somehow is like top 10 in the league in receptions. Defensively, I really don't care how they play. None of these guys are going to be starters in this team next year outside of maybe 2 or 3 guys. Michael Penix Jr. got his first career win. Good for him. The interception wasn't his fault. He was good over the middle. I like to see him. He was good. He was mobile in the pocket, which is again something the Giants Falcons haven't had in like 5 years, so I guess that's good. But again, the numbers aren't impressive, but I gotta give him his props. He had a pretty good rookie debut there. I like to see a little more deep balls though. Bijan had a good game. The running props to the O-line. They did a really good job protecting. Again, Tyler Alligator, not really a good game though. Darnell Mooney 5 for 82 was good. Drake London made a couple plays. Kyle Pitts has brick hands, but he's gonna catch another touchdown because he obviously has had 1 touchdown in his rookie year, 2 touchdowns in 2022 when he got injured, and obviously last year he had 3 touchdowns, so he has 4 this year. He has 3 so far. Last 2 weeks he's gonna have at least 1 touchdown. Defensively, again, good secondary play. I think that's like the most obvious thing I can ever say. Riley Patterson's awful, but he might be better than okay, I don't know. Yardage-wise, neither really team moved the football too great. Obviously, 3 turnovers, but the Giants didn't help their case. Anyway, though, of course, the Falcons have their most wins since 2017. Of course, if they're able to, they might even clinch a playoff spot next week, which might be actually insane, but it is possible. Of course, we'll get to that when we need to get to that. Again, for the first time since 2017 as well. That's obviously the last time they won a playoff game too. So yeah, they're trying to set 2017 goals here. Anyway, though, Saquon played all. Oh wait, no, that's like in 2 games. My bad, Giants fans. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys in this one. Now let's get to a game that obviously had a lot of buffoonery, and the Lions players looked pretty happy out there.
Welcome back. Well, with 19 players on the IR, the most in the NFL, the injuries just continue to pile up for the Detroit Lions.
Transparency. Fumble comes loose, and the Lions have recovered. Now 3rd and goal. It's Gibbs again. This time he's in for a Lions touchdown. Odunze will pick up a Bears first down. Takes it all the way to the Lions.
Ball's out.
Goff on first down, firing downfield for Williams. He's got it! Jamison Williams into the end zone, touchdown! 4th down and 3. Williams stands in the pocket, throws, and it is caught. Are in as an extra blocker on 3rd down. Williams, end zone, touchdown! Ball commit. Empty backfield, 3rd down. Pass is caught by St. Brown. Works his way inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown! From the 45. Williams. Another nice throw. Keenan Allen. Touchdown! It's from 65 yards out.
Oh, hell!
And the kick is no good.
As well, and would have gone both sides to unsportsmanlike conduct with the penalties.
Now Gibbs stumbled after taking the snap, but it doesn't matter. Connects.
Jay Moore.
Caleb Williams on 4th down. Going deep, and is caught by Odunze. 4th down and 3. Goff over the middle, it's incomplete. 4th and 4. Williams under pressure to the end zone. Incomplete.
Years all I'm seeing is dope. My city laying and I'm OB1 got a mission.
And of course, in what was a very bizarre game in a lot of ways, not really though. Of course, the Lions are able to take care of business with a 34-17, I guess, closeout win over the Lions. Or not the Lions, the Bears, of course, as they have their biggest win here since 1977, 1997, first double-digit win since then. I think I have the stat there. Oh yeah, it's on this side, all right? Yeah, there we go. First double-digit win since 1997. If I'm not mistaken, that's still with Barry Sanders. Of course, that was 32-7. Also, again, first win by 2 scores in Chicago since 2007. 16-7 was the final score in that boring fest, I guess that game was. Jesus. All right. 13 wins in the season is the most in the regular season in Lions history, which I guess is pretty big there, obviously. They can obviously get to 15 if they take care of the business in San Francisco and then, again, bludgeon the Vikings in the finale. Bears, again, they lose. They have not won on American soil since October 6th. That's against the Panthers, so it kind of tells you where they are at. But, yeah, this is just a complete disaster at this point. They get blown out for the 3rd straight week. It's just pathetic. Jared Goff had one of his best games of the season. He is really stat-padding towards the end of the season. He might even throw 40 touchdowns. I'd probably say absolutely not, but hey, you never know. Jahmyr Gibbs had a pretty big workload and was able to score a touchdown out of it. Craig Reynolds getting 4 carries. Probably should be getting more. Jamar Jefferson is not fast, but he seems to be trying out there. James Williams obviously with the 82-yard touchdown. That's what we're looking to see, obviously, more of as well. Amon-Ra had a touchdown. DeSamuel Porter again had the crazy trick play touchdown. Yeah, it was a wild trick play there. Oh, yeah, again, Jared Goff fake booting the snap, and obviously Jahmyr Gibbs jumping for joy. After that, though, for the defense, I will say they looked pretty intact, which is something that we really never thought of. After that, though, I think all the rest is complaining about the Bears. Almost 65-yarder for Jake Bates, which was good. He missed it, but, it's going to happen at some point. Again, with didn't score. Also, after that trick play touchdown, the Bears, the Lions didn't score after 12:34, so I guess that's something for the Bears defense. But I will say the Bears secondary looked really lost in this one in a lot of ways, but they didn't get burned, which was, I guess, good after that touchdown. KO might have gotten blown out again, but they did move the ball after the first quarter, which is something. Again, they didn't score in the first quarter, then they kind of did some stuff at later. But 26-40, stat padding, 334, 2 touchdowns from Caleb. Running game, don't talk about it. O-line, don't talk about it. I think I have Keenan Allen, 40-yard touchdown. Again, old vet beat burning rookie, obviously that being carried out on the double move. Great throw from Caleb as well. That was on a rope. Keenan Allen had a heck of a game as well. One of the best games we'll probably see him in the rest of his career. But hey, whatever. Robert Dunze actually got open a lot, but he didn't really get the football too much. Again, the big 4th down conversion. Also fumbled like twice or something. DJ Moore, again, fantasy-wise wasn't terrible. DeAndre Swift was good out of the backfield. Cole Kmet also had a touchdown. Bears fumbles are inexcusable. That was true. They were both really bad. Yeah, I think that's really about it for this game, though. Yeah. All right. Defensively, like I said, I could really care less. Carol Santos, at least, is still a good kicker. Bears, both teams actually had a lot of yardage overall. Lions at 475. Again, they're used to doing that. After that, though, Lions controlled the clock a little bit. Not really, though. Again, 7-12 and 3rd down overall. Lions obviously are heading Sanford for the Monday Night Football game. I hope the Bears pull something out of their butt and win on Thursday night against Seattle, but they're home, so we'll have to just wait and see for that. And with that said, let's get to a game that might have been the craziest of the day. Obviously, wasn't again the game no one was really talk about, but it's always crazy nonetheless.
Kyler Murray leads the Cardinals into Carolina with visions of playoffs dancing in his head.
Let's just say not a good call. It's a bad call. That covers it. Chuba Hubbard with a move, a spin, and to the goal line, and Hubbard's in! Thing for a young quarterback as Young slips out of it. Bryce Young across midfield. It's still going down inside the 30, all the way to the 30. As Young has room to run again. If he wants it, he'll keep. He gets a good block. There's a flag down around the 5. Franchise quarterback, well, he's showing, and we saw progress as the extra point. Going to force it, according to Murray. There's the ball loose. Michael Carter to keep Carolina out of the end zone, but they will not. That's a touchdown from Bryce Young to Adam Thielen. And Mark Schlereth, for your thoughts, they set up a nice little screen here to Connor, who's got room inside the 30, and he'll head towards the 20. And Connor on 1st and goal. Connor to the goal line, and that's a Cardinal touchdown.
Those hips, but
fake to Connor. The throw, touchdown. DJ Dallas.
And operate and own the offense.
Quick pass, floating for the end zone. The catch is made.
Get down the field.
They didn't take the penalty. 4th down, and there goes Kyler Murray. He's into the end zone. A 4-man rush. He's got room to run if he wants to. He hesitates, and it's intercepted. It's a threatening blitz. Here they come. Young's throw. Caught for the 1st down. Just to tie the game. Chad Ryland up there. Out there. It's good there. And tied at 30. Blitz is on. Murray is going to
ass, I just might be the hope. Toby Maguire got bit by a spider.
I told you so, guys. I had a feeling the Panthers were going to pull this off. Obviously, it did not go the way I thought it would, but hey, they still got the W. Let's go. Obviously, eliminating the Cardinals from playoff contention with this 36-30 thriller of an OT win for them. Obviously, they moved to 4-11 now. They have been, I guess, playing better football than the excuse last week. Again, this team has some hope going into next year, obviously. And hey, they might actually be decent, maybe win the division. I don't know, something like that. But of course, I don't really know what else to talk about for the Panthers because I mean their season's obviously over. But hey, they get the Bucs next week on the road. Maybe you ruin their season too. Cardinals now at 7-8 are again, like I said, eliminated, but they can again muddy some things up if they beat the Rams next week. Again, they're playing on a short week there in LA, so you got some work to do, obviously. But hey, they're able to pull that one off. You never really know. Obviously, this team. Oh, I think I have like one big stat here. I don't even know why I have all this stuff above it. Anyway, Panthers have double the wins they had last year. I love Kyler Murray. Again, if you know Barry McCockiner, he's another good creator. Go watch him. Obviously, Kyler Murray is like Daniel Jones to him. That's all I'll really say. And again, if Kyler Murray really leaves, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. Interception was like, again, the two he had against the Vikings. Again, both of those were terrible. Obviously, the game-losing one as well as the one he had, like, earlier. Again, the interception, obviously, you guys saw where he was running out of bounds and just flipped it on the sideline like Tyler Taylor did a couple years ago in a tank bowl. But yeah, that was so bad. Again, like Cam Manners. Oh, yeah. Cardinals defense finally reared their ugly head, guys. If you don't have a talented defense, at some point they're just going to blow up, and that's what happened in this one. Kyler, after Week 10, is 9-24. Bad numbers, too. Yeah, I guess it is. I didn't really take the time to look at that, but yeah. He's been horrible after Week 10 in his career, 9-24. It's pretty bad. I guess I told you guys. Oh, yeah, also, we'll get to that in a second. Yeah. Jonathan Gannon, I say his balls because they were down. They were basically their season was on the line, but from their, I think it was from like inside their own 30 or something. On fourth down from like their own third, like 35, I think inside their own 35, and they just went for it. I mean, I guess that's what they're doing now. Kyler had like a 20-yard rushing touchdown. James Conner probably should have gotten more carries. Receiving wise, I mean, they got an issue here. Marvin Harrison Jr. honestly has been just straight up extremely disappointing as a rookie. Let's just put it as it is. DJ Dallas has scored a touchdown as well, though. Defensively, like I said, they reared their ugly head. Jalen Thompson, Buda really only true playmakers on this team. Kaiser White's a good linebacker, but he only can do so much. Chad Ryland again was great. He's a really good kicker for the Panthers. Bryce Young was good. He didn't turn over the football too much. Chuba also 152 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think I had something on Chuba. Oh yeah. Okay, Chuba is a building block at his best. Obviously, this is getting best potential here. Props to how he to his own offensive line blocking. Also went up 20-3. Similar to the game they had against the Lions back in Week 16 of 2022, where they basically eliminated them from the playoffs too. Bryce Young, obviously, he's actually a sneaky athlete, guys. I mean, you can't even tell me that's like he's white. Why are you saying that? They're just good athletes in the first place. No, I'm not, because he's freaking black, guys. Like, come on. He's actually a sneaky athlete though. Like, look out for that in the future. Of course, 20+ yard rushing touchdown as well as a long run in the first quarter. Outside of that, though, Dan Chesna's third down catch, like to kind of drain the clock a little bit. I think it really had too much of an impact on it. But still, that play reminded me of the one they had against the Chiefs on fourth down. I didn't really get nearly impacted, but again, that's actually good there. Defensively, they played hard, which is why they kind of played well, I guess. Yeah, you know, they didn't sell. Also, outside of that, though, Eddie Pinheiro hit a field goal, and then for the team stats, I mean, both offenses moved the ball pretty easily. Not really, but still. 200 yards rushing for both teams, which is pretty good there. Anyway, though, again, Kyle Ross fumble, and for the Cardinals, the biggest full circle thing I can say this. They have not won a playoff game since 2016, and the earliest that they can actually win a playoff game is 2026. Obviously, that's going to be in a little bit. But anyway, for the Cardinals, yeah, it's been a while since they've been good. Yeah, you got some work to do. Anyway, though, I'm happy they're eliminated, and maybe they beat the Rams next week or something. But with that said, now let's get into the game that obviously most people are talking about right now.
Merry Christmas. Welcome to Landover. 32 degrees for this NFC East matchup. The Philadelphia Eagles, the hottest team in the NFL. Commanders, the best fourth down team in the NFL this year. It is Robinson. He's not going to get it.
The lead. Use fourth down as a weapon.
It is Barkley and a touchdown for Philadelphia. So again, great field position, and Brian Robinson tripped up at the line of scrimmage. The ball is out, and Philadelphia's got it. 2nd and 20. Quarterback draw. Hurts with room to run again. Down to the 20 he goes. He got Pickett. Brown, touchdown. A.J. Brown on the slant for the score.
I think those explosive plays.
This is Frankie Luvu coming up with a pick. Stepped in front of A.J. Brown. This point, Daniels giving time. He's got a man for a touchdown. It It's Jamison Crowder. Staff. Barkley carries it 20 times per game. Has room, and there he goes. Saquon Barkley showing the speed. He'll take it all the way.
A shift to a little wildcat.
Robinson to take the snap and take the ball inside the 10-yard line. Ball comes out. Cooper DeJean's not gotten those, and they've not been their usual efficient selves. Pickett, even one for Brown, underthrown, comes back and gets it. Losing Jalen Hurts. Here's a deep ball to Diami Brown. Perfectly dropped in. What a throw by Jaden Daniel. Bring an extra man here. Wants McLaurin. He's got him. Touchdown, Commander. Points. Over the middle. Too tall, and it is C.J. Gardner-Johnson hanging on for the pitch. He's short. 34, third quarter. Diami Brown knocked out of there by Vaughn and recovered by Nolan Smith. 4th and 11. Daniels steps up. Daniels needs inside the 30 with his legs. He'll get it. Jaden Daniels a first down and more. He'll look to throw. End zone from low, but caught. Now, flags in the secondary. Daniels has an open man. Home coverage. Zacchaeus. Touchdown. Daniels pressured, throws across his body. Tipped and picked. Reed Blankenship the intercept. The Eagles.
He didn't get this thing close enough here on 3rd down. 4th down's an option.
He'll look to throw. He's got Smith and struggled and drops. 2nd and goal, 10 seconds. Daniels fires, end zone, touchdown! Jamison Crowder!
Shit, boy.
And for Packers fans' sakes, not really. Again, this was probably the best game of the week. Of course, the Commanders pull off a comeback victory and are able to knock off the Eagles 36-33, obviously. With the main points here is, of course, the Eagles had had 105. I shouldn't say this, like setting the scene, guys, going into the fourth quarter for this game. The Eagles had, again, coming into this one, 509 rushing yards in the fourth quarter. Again, fifth most in the NFL, again, since 1991 in that stat. Also, the Commanders have given 139 points in the fourth quarter of the season. That's also the most in the league. So again, theoretically, like that, the Eagles should just absolutely be able to finish off the Commanders, and that's all that should be said. Well, they almost did, and again, the reason it was even that close in the first place, obviously, with what we're going to get to in a minute, is because Jalen Hurts is the equalizer, guys. If Jalen Hurts was in this game, this would have been a complete butt fake. I'm telling you guys, the Commanders wouldn't have had a chance at winning this one. But of course, with that happening, of course, with all those turnovers the Commanders had, and the Eagles not being able to take advantage of those, and also Devontae Smith with those. You had the ball, bro. You literally caught it. What the hell was that? Obviously, that lost them the game. So, I get that. But you guys got to understand, again, if Jalen Hurts was playing, again, this is brings you to the point. Anyone who's saying anything about the Eagles that are like, they're in trouble. No, they're not, guys. No one, I'm telling you guys, no one has beaten the Eagles when they've had a full strength. What are the 3 losses? One was against the Falcons in week 2. Yeah, that was a good win by the Falcons. They played hard in that one. But Saquon had the game in his hands, kind of like this one. Literally had the game in his hands, and he just let it yep. Again, Saquon might freaking break some crazy record. Obviously, the second loss was to the Bucs when no one was playing. We're just gonna get rid of that game. And then obviously this week when again Jalen Hurts got injured, no one's gonna beat the Eagles when they're at full strength. Again, you're gonna need something to happen for you guys to get by them. They're just pound for pound probably the best team in football. I'll just be honest with you guys. You're like, you weren't talking about them like this earlier. Well, I wasn't, but it is very apparent that's actually the case. Anyway, though, of course, they got a team next week. I think no, they definitely don't. No, they do. They got the Cowboys at home on America's Game of the Week. We're gonna pull out the brooms against them. Commanders are now 10-5. They've I think I have something on them that was a little bit nice. I think I said something else nice about them. Devontae. Just what was that sold on that drop? Yeah. Yeah. Commanders, even though it was kind of a skewed win, they've gotten back some respect from me again. They got a big W, guys. 5 turnovers. Only the Lions, again, back in Week 10 against the Texans, were able to do that and get a W this year. They give them props. Obviously, it's their best start since 1991, and obviously, I think it's their most wins since then. Something like that, too. I don't know. Commanders have given up. Yeah, okay, we already talked about that. Okay, more than Saquon. All right. Yeah, did Jaden lock up the Rookie of the Year? I think he did for an overreaction. I really think he did. Again, we'll get to him, and I guess we'll just look at his stats now. 5 touchdowns. Like, guys, he had to have. For the Eagles, though, Kenny Pickett was just not great, kind of what we expected. I mean, he made that game-winning throw, though. That should have been a catch there. Saquon, I guess we'll just talk about him now. 4 rushing touchdowns over 60 yards in the season, obviously with the 68-yarder in this one. Ties for the most in a single season in NFL history. Obviously, Jim Brown did it a long time ago, and Adrian Peterson did it in 2012. Saquon, obviously, I think he needs 268 rushing yards to set the record. And obviously, that means 134 yards per game. And anyone who says that there needs to be an asterisk on that will just, go, screw yourself. Actually, what the hell? You don't need... That's just, so stupid. A.J. Brown, 8 for 97 and a touchdown. Like I said, I do need Devontae Smith to be better. He's still obviously an elite player, but, come on, be better. O-line also didn't look too great. Defensively, Zach Bond was good with 11 tackles. I think I talked about C.J. Gardner-Johnson, too. Where is he? I scruffed him, I think. Where is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's good. Saquon, yeah, I could talk about that. Senior guard Johnson is an idiot for getting tossed. I mean, they put some, no, I don't even know who was in. Some rookie was in, and he really struggled. Anyway, though, Reed Blankenship, worst game of the season. He's actually been a really good player this year. Overall, the defense just kind of discombobulated at times. They didn't actually play that bad. Again, forcing 5 turnovers. But, again, the offense didn't really help them either. Jake Elliott missed a field goal, but, again, he at least hit a 50-yarder. For the Commanders, like I said, the running game, Brian Robinson Jr. was god-awful. Jaden Daniels had 81 rushing yards. A huge game from him. 5 touchdowns, like I said. Again, he had 2 really bad interceptions, but at the same time, it doesn't matter when you throw 5 touchdowns to win the game. Alave Zaccheaus somehow 2 touchdowns. One of them was actually crazy good. The other one, I kind of didn't really remember. Terry McLaurin had a nice play on that touchdown. James Crowder after the game-winning touchdown. First appearance since 2020. I think that's the last time he started, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really remember him playing in 2021 or the last couple years. He's kind of just been a special teamer, kind of a backup, right? Yeah, because 2020 actually had a decent year, not really on a terrible football team. No, he started with the Jets in 2021 a little bit, but went to the Bills and then to the Commanders last year and didn't really do anything. This year, though, he had 2 game-winning touchdowns. Props to him there. Outside of that, though, defensively, they're still not very good, but, guys, they had a lot of pressure, and Frankie Louvu looks like a really good player. Max McCaffrey had a nice return, or Luke McCaffrey, my bad. Both offenses moved the ball pretty easily. Again, the Eagles had a lot of those rushing yards in that 1 carry. They controlled the clock. Again, 5 turnovers by the Commanders, and they somehow still won. This game was insane. Again, I have respect for the Commanders now. I'll give them that. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys in here. Again, was definitely the best game of the weekend, unless we obviously see an insane one on Monday Night Football. Oh, yeah, Commanders, what is called? The thing is, again, their winning streak's gone, and also the Commanders still alive for that 6 seed. Anyway, though, all I got for you guys in this one. So let's get into our later game. It's obviously the first one, which of course was a big one. The playoff picture, and at least in the NFC side, was really good.
From East Rutherford, New Jersey, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. 2nd down, 9, 2 tight ends. Good fake by Rodgers. Buys time. Here comes Brown. Caught by Adams. Touchdown. 2nd down, 15. Stafford to the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 24-yard line. 4th and 1. Hall. Oh, Stafford looks like. As Spades came shooting. Stafford through the air, 6 of 10. Kyron Williams, Nakua the block. That is a Rams touchdown. Carlson. Rams. They don't get it. 4th and 4. Hall the back. Rodgers to the end zone. Broken up beautifully by Withers. 3rd and 10 for Aaron Rodgers. Blitz is on. Curl is there. Blocked by Hall. Curl got him fumbled. 1st and 10. Fake to Williams. Here they go. Hit me. 5. Leaping. And the pylon touchdown. What a play. Anders Carlson puts it up, and it is no. We'll let it fly, and Gibson is back. And drops it. Muffed it. And the Rams have recovered, and that'll...
Yeah, don't talk about how I forgot about my Rams game. Of course, they now lose 6-9. No, nice, but they're now 9-6. Obviously, with a brutally ugly game against the Jets. Of course, where they're able to win another baseball game, 19-9. They're probably gonna have to bring out Aaron Judge or something for their game against the Cardinals on Saturday. Anyway, though, they have to move to 9-6. They got the Cardinals on Saturday again for what is presumably the division. I mean, there's another way for the Seahawks to get in there, but. Again, unless something wild happens, I think basically the Rams could have clinched the division with a win. But one would really clinch the division if the Seahawks blew it against the Bears on Thursday night, and then the Rams won on Saturday. That's 100%. Anyway, though, for the Jets, they fall to 4-11. They have the Bills on the road next week. They showed in this game why they suck. They actually should have won. The Rams did not play good football at all. But hey, the Jets are the Jets, and that's what happened. All right, Matt Stafford, 110 passing yards. That's not wrong there. Kyron had 122 rushing yards and a touchdown. He's been a beast this year. He's like 13 on the season or something like that. Of course, 13 straight games with over 60 rushing yards. That is now, again, by 2 games now, that is the longest in Rams history. Just a simple workhorse there. Other 2 things there on the Jets for now. I'll wait for that. Yeah, more on the Jets. Yeah, Kyron 60 yards. We'll talk about that. McVay 4-0 all-time in MetLife. Higbee, and his touchdown there was awesome. Again, big bounce back, obviously touchdown there. Cooper Kupp caught a couple passes. Puka was not really effective, but he did have one big play, or sort of big play. Yeah, Rams are just a game away from making the playoffs effectively. 10 or less points allowed for the first time since week 7 and 8 for the defense. Since, again, that was back in 2015. Great for them. Stafford pick was really bad. I'll give them that. Coldest game under the McVay or Stafford has ever played in. Rams win 5th straight on the road. Again, finish on the road 5-3 unless, again, we have to go do something like that in the playoffs. Anyway, though, yeah, I think the rest of them are the Jets, I guess. Defensively, I don't know where Kobe Durant was, but he wasn't out there. Jalen McCall was on Devontae Adams' snaps. That was not good. But Kel played a hell of a game. Where is he? I don't even care. Yeah, they got some pressure. It was a defensive game for sure. Josh McCarty had 2 field goals. Didn't break that extra point, though. For the Jets, Aaron Rodgers, he's just not very good, let's be honest. Running game was putrid. Devontae scored a touchdown, obviously, in that 99-yard drive. I think I kind of ran it on this. Jets going for it, and they're on their own 34 on the first drive. Shows they really have nothing to lose. I'm not going to really talk about the rest. I was kind of talking out of my butt there. Adams and Rodgers passes Mike Clayton and Marino with, again, 82nd touchdown all time. Again, Aaron Rodgers sits at 199 all time. Again, he has a chance to break that in Buffalo next week. Had no scoring on opening drives since week 1 through 14. Obviously, that's being for the Jets on touchdowns. Again, at the Jags last week, they were doing, obviously, against the Rams on a 99-yard drive. It took up 8 minutes and 30 seconds there in the first quarter. Again, the last time they had a 99-yard touchdown drive was also against the Rams back in 2020 in LA, again, when they were 0-13 and beat the Rams 23-20. All right. Outside of that, though, just lose 6 straight. Have lost 6 games of the season when they've been up at the half. That is now passing the Saints as the most in the NFL this season. Jets clock management was horrible in the 2-minute warning there. Anyway, though, defensively, I don't really care. Anders Carlson's horrible. The team stats, neither team really moved the football very well. And the Rams got the win, though. I guess that's good. And they somehow didn't really control the clock. Anyway, though, the Jets suck. The Rams are not too great after this one. But, hey, whatever. They got the W. They got a big win next week. Anyway, though, again, now we actually get in the later window, of course, where we have this Vikings and Seahawks. Here are the highlights from that one.
Long and winding road for a pair of former Jet quarterbacks, Sam Darnold and Geno Smith, on a journey to try to win their first division titles in the NFL. Darnold, over the middle, got a man, got a touchdown to Jordan Addison. They drop 7 back. Geno Smith taking a shot downfield, incomplete. Trying to... Smith lofts it, looking for Metcalf, end zone shot, he's got it! Second chance for Darnold, throw an end zone for Jefferson, and they cash in with a touchdown. Play action fake. Nothing downfield. Forces a pass. Not a good one. And Dallas Turner, the rookie. Now he goes empty set. 4-man twist. Smith down the middle for Jackson Smith and Jigba. And somehow in the red zone. 24 seconds and a timeout. Extra body coming. Geno Smith floats end zone. Touchdown. Geno Smith lofts it up there for Metcalf, and it is incomplete.
Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker can run downhill. That one shocked me.
Well, now it's a fake. It is Julian Love trying to get the sticks. The 11th play of this Seattle drive. It is Smith for the lead. It is caught. Touchdown. Off play action. Stepping up. Launching downfield, and it is caught! Twisted! The kick is up, it is on the way, it is no good! Gotta go about 50 yards now to get into field goal range, and Geno Smith wants a choke, throw, picked off, ball game!
around and find out. I think you niggas need to take a time out.
And what was, of course, a thrill. The Vikings again win their 13th game of the season. That is now their most in the season. I think something like that. Since our 13-2 is their best start since, of course, they started 14-1 with Gary Anderson and all that shenanigans back in '98. When, of course, that should have been the year they won the Super Bowl, but that did not indeed happen. As they, of course, lost in the NFC Championship on that missed field goal by Gary Anderson, of course, had a perfect season up to that point. Now back into 2024. Of course, the Vikings again are now 13-2. They have won, what is it now? 8 straight games. That's their longest streak since 2017. Of course, they started out 2-2 after a loss to their division rival Lions. Then again winning 8 straight before again they played a meh Cam Newton. And of course, the Panthers, who were 11-5 that season. Last time the Panthers made that playoffs. Again, 31-24 was fine on that road loss. Anyway, though, back on track here. Seahawks are now 8-7. Obviously, after this loss, they've lost back-to-back games against NFC North contenders. And yeah, now need the Rams to lose this game against the Cardinals if they want to make the playoffs, which is kind of sad, but hey, that's something. Of course, they're coming this one at 8-7 now. Anyway, look at the Bears on Thursday Night Football in a short week, and yeah, they're looking to win that one. Vikings have a massive win while holding the Packers, and what honestly will probably decide what I think about them, because I think I have something on that, right? Oh yeah, okay, alright, did I say something? Oh yeah. Also the Vikings are a legit Super Bowl contender if they're able to beat the Packers on again next Sunday. Or again, beat the again are legit Super Bowl contender if they win these next 2 games. Because again, if they're able to get a bye week with the Lions going there, again they already lost them in week 5. But I really think again if they do get that first round bye, they're a legit Super Bowl contender. They're weak, but I'll say book it. Because honestly, again, if you're able to do that, hell, 10-game winning streak, 15-2, all you guys. Anyway, though, Seahawks secondary needs work. They were really bad in this one. It's really schematically and coaching because, again, they're way too talented for the way they play. I would say Rashawn Jenkins is not a cover guy at all. He's, like, worse than Cam Curl, who at least can move out there. All right, Sam Darnold's also the 3rd quarterback ever to, again, his first year with the new team, win 13 or more games. Donovan McNabb did it, I think, and someone else did it. I don't even know. Someone else did it. I think it was Donovan McNabb and, yeah. Whatever, someone else did it. Anyway, though, Darnold was a trooper in this one. He got hit like a bunch. The O-line did not really do a good job protecting him. Yeah, Seahawks need a lot to happen to get him, which I think is fair to say. Geno might end the season. Oh, yeah, this is actually crazy. With the best, again, might have to end the season with the best season in terms of yardage and overall play, with more interceptions and touchdowns. Probably not, but hey, like, whatever. Whatever, there we go. All right, I got a rant on DK. Metcalf, again, on his touchdown, he beat him again. Where is he? Okay, so he beat Stephon Gilmore again, who is not healthy. Aaron Jones had a couple nice runs early and didn't really do much. Justin Jefferson's the beast, had, again, a 39-year game-winning touchdown at the end of it. Jordan Addison touchdown early. DJ Hockenson had a couple big plays. O-line, again, like I said, didn't really protect Darnold too well. Defensively, they make a lot of big plays. They showed in this one. But they get bailed out in some sense. I will say Shaq Griffin should have had a pick. Kind of got robbed from that one there. Will Reichard was good. For the Seahawks, like I said, Geno Smith, it's just kind of it kind of sucks for him. Running game was atrocious. The O-line is not good. JSN continues to be an elite receiver for this team. DK Metcalf, want to know again, I think I have a whole rant on him. Okay, want to know the reason that DK Metcalf is not an elite receiver? It's because he can't run a route to save his life, which is true. He doesn't run good routes at all. Again, the first almost interception on 3rd down, again, this was, again, towards the middle of the game. On the near Shaq Griffin interception, he should have ran him over because he's bigger than Shaq Griffin, and also he's freaking DK Metcalf. Run to the outside there, make the play. But again, he didn't. And on the game-losing interception, he completely ran the wrong route. And even the route he ran, which I think he was running, trying to like a freaking post or whatever, was a crappy route in the same way, in the same sense. Again, DK Metcalf, again, just like what the hell. Outside that though, David Bonner caught a touchdown. He might be the starting tight end next year. Defensively, I already talked about their very undisciplined. Jason Myers had a missed field goal against 60-yarder. Can't really complain about that. And questionable coaching there by the or decision making from Mike McDonald might have lost in this team the game. So all I got for you guys in this one. Again, now let's get to the later games. Again, we got a tank poll to get to, but obviously before that, let's get to a game that was way too close, but props to the Patriots for at least trying.
The NFL on CBS is live from Western New York. Week 16, action from the AFC East, the Patriots and the Bills. Particular matchup because it was New England who dominated for so long. May, timing route in the air, it is caught! What a back, Stevenson, handed to him. Stevenson rips through the first wave. Stevenson still going. Touchdown, Patriots.
For 70, doing a nice job as an extra blocker.
On the ground, Cook's got a hole. Cook's still going. James Cook. Last week, back from the wrist injury. Allen is going to line it up. Deep downfield, intercepted. Allen has it picked up from the 5. Allen. Touch pass, caught, touchdown, James And 3 for the Pats, 56 yards on the ground for Stevenson. Give it to him again. And Stevenson loses the football. Buffalo's got it. 16 of 23 for 204. Made a sling it again. Step and throw. Intercepted.
A 3-point game. New England's still in it.
Popped up in the air, and Rousseau nearly had a pick.
Get it. That's a lateral.
1 minute 18 left. Shotgun for May. Step and throw. Touchdown. He hits Henry. Play clock down to 1. They do run it. And they push Allen for the first down.
The world up under you. I'm rolling blunts. Fucked up. It's so comfortable.
And the Bills, of course, were able to skate the Patriots with a 24-21 on that Josh Allen QB sneak with the clock running. Of course, they now move to 12-3. Have now won how many straight versus Patriots in Buffalo? I think it's like 4 straight. Anyway, though, Bills came in this game as the only team in NFL history in a 3-game span with 15 touchdowns, no turnovers, and no sacks allowed again offensively. But of course, the Patriots did shut them down early, of course, where they took a 14-0 lead and a 14-7 lead into the half. But of course, they got dominated the rest of the way, of course, where they weren't really able to do anything until that last scoring drive. Of course, for them, obviously being the Patriots. But they tried, and that's what matters. Of course, they're now 3-12. I will say, I did like Gerard Mayo, there we go, good approach. Obviously, the muff punt kind of lost in the game in the first place. No, it wasn't a muff punt. It was the Drake May, whatever you want to call that play. Drake May played some of the in probably one of the worst possible situations, despite again the Bills looking like the Chiefs with the zzz. I guess they were kind of sleepwalking this game. Let's be honest there. But they have the Jets next week at home. That should be a W in front of the whole country. Patriots got the Chargers in front of the whole country on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Kind of a weird game for them, but hey, maybe they pull off an upset there. Reminder: Stevenson did have his touchdown. He was really good early. Kind of lost some juice after that though. Kayshon Bouttie's talented, but still hasn't really been consistent enough yet. But had one of his better games of his career up to this point. Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper proved to be pretty reliable guys. After that though, they really do need a number 1 receiver, guys. Let's be honest there. And then for the defense, Martin Mapu obviously with the interception, the Josh Allen arm punt. Jeremiah Farms Jr. had a sack, and outside of that though, I mean this defense, you know, they tried. I mean that's what mattered. Kyle Duggar really seemed to be the only consistent guy in this defense though. Johan Tavai had one of his worst games here overall, though, especially in run defense. James Cook had one of the better games of the season, getting 9.1 yards per carry. Looks like again how he played against the Niners with that 46-yard rushing touchdown. Josh Allen with a touchdown as well. Again, the pick wasn't too nice, but whatever. Receiving wise, I mean, yeah. No one played very well. Again, that's just no one played well at all. There we go. Cam Lewis had a nice interception. Kind of forgot he was on this team. Just kind of like, you know, roaming in the background there, just chilling. Oh yeah, Josh did not look good, but it was enough to win the game. Obviously, again, James Cook did cook. Kyrie Elam is probably gone if I had to guess. He had some bad plays to say the least. Bills 9 straight division W's overall as well. Patriots back-to-back. Again, that was dating back to last season. Back-to-back. What is that? 12 loss season for the first time in I think their team history, which is pretty crazy. Anyway, though, again, the Patriots played well, but guys, like the Bills, again, they'll be okay. Again, it was kind of a sleepwalking game. They were coming off a huge win in Detroit. Don't worry too much in this one. But yeah, outside the Patriots being dominated in the second half and 2 bad fumbles lost, I mean, they tried really hard. That's all I got for you guys here, and now let's get to our next game.
NFL on CBS rolls on from Las Vegas, where today the Raiders welcome the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tank Bigsby is the running back. Bigsby on 4th and 1. He's got it and more. Tank Bigsby up and goal. Bigsby again. Will this time work? No signal yet. Madison trying to bounce his way in, and he does. Touchdown. Back-to-back 3 and outs for Jacksonville. Let's see what they can do here. Well, Bigsby lost the football, and Trayvon Merrick scooped from here. Over the middle, that's a dangerous play, and the ball comes out. Strange lost it, and the Raiders have it today. And this one's leaking right and no good. Jones looking deep. Thomas is wide open at the 30. Thomas is going to waltz in. 1 and 3. O'Connell, pump fakes, in trouble. O'Connell escapes, keeps it alive, now throws it up, and it's caught.
Pick off, and you're like, man, I got to get on my horse to run with this guy.
Abdullah at the 5, still going. Abdullah, touchdown.
These second-level defenders coming and blitzing and bringing pressure on Mac Jones.
4th and 1, ATN's got the first down. Jones has time. Dearness Johnson slips one tackle, can't do it twice.
It's the sky. Things just ain't the same for gang.
Oh, yeah. Classic Raiders, guys, of course, as they blow their chance at the number 1 pick effectively, I guess. Of course, they're now 3-12. I think they're like 5th in the draft order now, of course. With this Jags tank ball mastery, of course, as the Raiders are able to get their first win since week 4. With this 19-14 win, it was a bad game, as expected. But hey, it at least was competitive and arguably the closest game in the late window, something like that. Of course, the Jags now fall to 3-12. They have not won since week... Wait. There we go. All right. Anyway, back on it. Yeah, the Jags did play a good game. I don't really have too much on this one, guys, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, Jags had a good game. Raiders blew a quarterback opportunity. Again, when it comes to they're getting those top 2 guys. It's not like they're great, but anyway. Mac Jones is the second best tankable quarterback. You cannot get better than Drew Lock. And O'Connell is so average, but that got them the win, I guess. Brian Robinson Jr. is also so good. All right, that's all I got for you guys in the conclusions. I mean, both these teams suck, but the Jags, I think, actually the number 2 pick because they lost to the Browns and they now lost to the Raiders. Anyway, though. Mac Jones was he was out there, like I said. Tank Bigsby had a decent game. Travis Etienne Jr. sold. Brian Thomas Jr. again is so good. Parker Washington was making some plays. O-line overall, I would say I like the way that Luke Fortner played, but then you forget he's not even a starter on them anymore. I would say Brandon Scherf is, he's trying, I guess. Again, old vet there. Mason Smith was good again, and is again one of his first real snaps there. Eric Armstead was good. Edwards overall got some pressure, and the secondary sold us who wanted them to. Outside of that, though, when we look at the Raiders, I mean, Aiden O'Connell, like I said, didn't really do too much. There we go. Running game overall was ineffective as it always is. Brock Bowers had a lot of catches, not a lot of yards. No, he had a good amount of yards. Anyway, though, Amir Abdul had a really nice play on that Aiden O'Connell, desperation play. Oh, yeah, also, the Jags are playing in, again, Master Tank Bowl against the Titans Major Tank Bowl against the Titans next week. Raiders they're probably minding their own business fight, I guess, but they're playing the Saints, I think. Defensively, K'Lavon Chaisson had a sack. I kind of forgot that, everyone else is out there, but, this is just a bad team. Daniel Carlson missed a field goal pretty badly. Both teams had over 300 yards, which was okay, but, yeah, this game was a mess. And, as expected, the Raiders blow their chance, and now let's get to a game that just kind of makes me sad, guys. Anyway, here are the highlights of that Niners and Dolphins game.
It is a gorgeous day in South Florida as the Niners go from the West Coast to the East. Niners and Dolphins coming up. A pair of teams. Tua goes long to the end zone, and it's dropped again. But right back, they get the first. Debo fights for it. What an effort. Debo into the end zone for the San Francisco touch.
That's how you can lose in fourth quarter leads.
3rd and goal. Tua throws. Caught. It's a touchdown. Second-year player this time. No good. Christian McCaffrey territory back in the days. He was healthy. 2nd and goal. Up top. Touchdown. Touchdown it is.
At the Debo, get your hands on Kittle.
Purdy throws downfield, and he's intercepted.
From an injury perspective, to really every
1st and 10. Another big run. There he goes. He's got wide open space. A-Chan. What up? Oh, almost picked off, and that will do it.
Thank you for letting me be myself again.
All right, of course, and the Niners were able to, of course, get eliminated without really having anything to control over it, of course, with the Rams win over the Jets. So, the Niners obviously dropped to 6-9, nice, and are now, let's put it this way, out of the playoffs, of course, for the first time since 2020. The Dolphins obviously get the 7-8 with this W. They're still in the playoff picture, not really, but they technically still are. They need a lot to happen, of course. They are ahead, I think, of the Colts and the Bengals in terms of the tiebreakers there. So, still alive, of course. Next week they will be they'll be playing against who are they even playing next week? All right, they're heading to Cleveland to see if they don't get blown out that one. Again, lose their playoff chances. And, of course, they have the Jets on the road in Week 18 as well. So, 2 road games and maybe a lot of help, and, maybe they'll actually get in the playoffs. But, of course, stats-wise, Brock Purdy, 26 of 40, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. The interception, obviously, was not good. Basically lost him the game. But, again, overall, statistically, again, he gets one of those better games from him. Running game, didn't really run the football much. Again, considering Patrick Taylor was their starting running back, so you can't really blame him there. Debo had one of his best games of the season, 7 catches, 96 yards. Of course, that really cool touchdown. George Kittle, 8 catches for 106 yards. Touchdown from Eric Saubert. In terms of notes, again, Brock doesn't deserve a big contract. No, I'm joking. That was just an overreaction. I think he still does. But still, Yeah, this game did make me sad, though, overall, guys. The Dolphins are obviously still alive there. But yeah, this game did make me sad watching. So I'm like, yeah, these teams should have been really good, and they're obviously not. So, yeah. Niners losing record for the first time since 2020, eliminated in hilarious fashion, obviously not being able to do anything. All right, defensively, though, I really don't care. They've been not really that great all season, kind of just not great. Again, Ronaldo Green seems like to be a good guy for them, but Tolu Fungo will probably not be in a uniform for them next year. Nick Bosa is having a down season, and overall, this team just doesn't really look very functional. Devon Achane, one of the best games we've seen out of him all year. Of course, he had 190 scrimmage yards, only 23 touches. Of course, he had the 50-yard rushing touchdown. 250 yards touchdown from Tua, who again had overall pretty darn good game. Not pretty darn good game, just a good game. Tyreek, he dropped a touchdown, but at least he caught one later. Again, kind of a bum on that play, but hey, whatever. He got in the end zone. John Smith, 6 catches for 60 yards. Again, as well, he was pretty complimentary. He might even have a pretty good season overall statistically. Jordan Brooks at 7 tackles, a nice sack on a blitz. Zach Sealer actually had a really nice sack as well. He's a beast. Of course, a sack from Chop Robinson, and an interception from Cater Coe. With that said, though, defensively, again, they still have a lot of improvement to do, but again, a very good closeout performance in this one. Obviously, Jason Sanders had 5 field goals, and the team stats obviously went in favor of the Dolphins again with their overall yardage. 9 yards per play, though, which is a little bit weird. Anyway, though, Dolphins obviously get the big W to keep their season alive. Now let's get to Sunday Night Football, which obviously was a little bit of a stunner.
3 nights before Christmas, and about 90,000 in the house at AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. 3rd and 9, he got a peek, rush, hangs in, fires, end zone, touchdown! Albert the toes down, holds onto the ball. Here we go from the 2, right back to Irving, that time Golston, bring him down, and Irving breaks a tackle again. Here we go.
It's really been fun to watch.
Beautiful rush off to a good start, 9 of 11, for CD Lamb, got it, going, 3rd and 4, again the pressure picked up, shot for CD Lamb, it's got it, Lamb going, that went with Ezekiel Elliott in the game for the Cowboys, Zeke's got it, Elliott, touchdown Dallas, Millen in motion, Mayfield, dancing, going on the run, for McMillan, touchdown Tampa Bay, 46, it's a gain of 27, Mayfield now, shot down the field, it's McMillan, he got it, picked off by Lewis. Empty backfield, Cowboys bring pressure, Mayfield firing, end zone, touchdown, Ryan Miller showing the pressure, here it comes in the back, Jordan Lewis got there, Mayfield pitches it forward, somehow he got it, oh my God, gets a gain.
Oh no, guys! So look how the tables have turned. Of course, as the Bucs fell on Sunday night, and of course now they're 8-7, which is not good because that means they have the same record as the Falcons, who of course now have of course a tiebreaker over them. The Bucs though fortunately have not the hardest path to end the season. Of course, I think they're hosting the Saints and they're hosting the Panthers in their last 2 games. Cowboys on the other hand, of course, fall to 7-8. I mean, no, that's actually not a bad thing for them because considering they can actually still get above 500, but that's probably not going to be easily as they head to Philly next week. Not an America's Game of the Week. That game got flexed out of that spot. Of course, Week 18 though, I think they have the Commanders at home, so maybe maybe they pull off some big upsets. Probably not, but hey, they want to screw over their opposition. They can just do that. Obviously, this game was pretty defensive overall, but again, Baker still threw for a lot of yards, 303 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. The interception again was on an arm punt. Bucky Irving 2.2 yards per carry, had a touchdown. Of course, Rashad White sold. He was really bad in this one. Mike Evans 5 catches for 69 yards. Nice. Of course, he's probably not going to have 1,000 receiving yards if I had to guess. I think he'd have to have a pretty big last couple games. Yeah. Let's look at his numbers. He has 818 yards. I don't know what this is all about. He's gonna have to have 2 big games or at least 1 huge game for him to get over 1,000 yards. It's not realistic, unrealistic. Again, he has I think 10 straight seasons to begin a career. Longest in NFL history with 1,000 yards in a row. Joe McMillan 5 catches, 57 yards. Obviously the touchdown. I didn't really like how he played. Again, he had that. I think he could have actually made a better play on that arm punt. But hey, whatever. Joe McMillan was out there. He tried his best. Touchdown for Ryan Miller as well. And this O-line I don't think really played well either. Defensively, in the first half, the secondary did look lost, which again is not a good thing. It's really schematically though that I see like their problem because some of those guys actually, specifically Christian Eisen, was really good in the slot in terms of his man coverage, but again he was really put in some bad positions before the play even started. Levante David is good as always. Yaya Diaby had a nice half sack. Again, pressure was overall consistent from this D line, even again if they didn't really get too much conversions there. Chase McLaughlin also hit his field goal for the Cowboys. Obviously they had Cooper Rush most yardage for him in the first half. And again, I think the biggest question for this Cowboys team is if they're going to bring Mike McCarthy back. I'm going to say they probably shouldn't, but hey, Jerry Jones, again, I think he likes how having Mike McCarthy there. So my guess is maybe they'll probably keep him there. Touchdown though from Zeke Elliott, 1-yard touchdown, just only carry. Rico Dowdle was pretty putrid. In terms of stats for this game, Jordan Lewis is also a pretty good plus. He's a plus college cornerback overall. All right, Bucs don't panic. Yeah, that's what let's say about the Bucs. Don't panic. You guys are still alive. But Bucs first road loss since week 9 after the Chiefs get on the Monday Night Football game. Mike Evans again is quest for 1,000 yards. But for Baker, fourth quarterback ever to have 300 passing yards and 40 rushing yards again in the same game against the Cowboys, which is pretty crazy. But again, CeeDee Lamb had a good second game, 7 for 105. Everyone else kind of what's this guy's name? Ryan Flournoy. Kind of forgot he existed. Kind of on special teams there. That's not what I wanted. Let's see if we can actually get to that. There we go. There's actually spats there. Anyway, back to the point if this can actually load. There we go. Defensively, again, they actually got some decent pressure. It was more simulated, to be honest with you, though. Jordan Lewis, obviously, with that arm punt pick. And after that, though, it's really after you guys in this game again. Brandon Aubrey hit 4 field goals, 58 yards, 53 yards. I think he had 2 58-yarder or something like that, and like a 40-something yarder. Again, 410 yards, 334 yards of offense for the Bucs. Really didn't get them anywhere. Again, 2 crucial turnovers overall. With that said, though, it's really after guys here in this NFL Week 16 Sunday recap. Hope you guys enjoyed, of course. Have a Merry Christmas. Get the Christmas preview guys coming out to you guys tomorrow. That's all I got for you guys here. Again, hope you guys enjoyed all the games, and of course, Monday Night Football recap coming out too soon again. A little bit later because again I was pretty busy. Anyway, though, see you for that Monday Night Football recap coming up soon. But that's of course all I got for you guys here.
Sit him here in Beaver Stadium.
Jennings on the move. Throws another pick. Intercepted. Rojas